to another episode of Command Combat Battle Reports. This week we're playing Showdown with some alterations that I created that are based on a book series I'm writing. It's called Relic Worlds, and the idea is, as humans have moved out into the galaxy, they find that all alien species have disappeared, leaving behind all sorts of relics, ancient cities, ruins, etc. In the game, the various characters are going to be coming in from different directions, traveling through ancient ruins, and finding powerful artifacts. Let's meet the various teams.
Since most people probably do not know the Relic Worlds universe, I will explain each of the sides. These are the space pirates, and they get points for finding various items, whether they're useful or not. Every time they get one, every time they steal something, they basically get a point. Back in the back there, that is the pirate captain, Shasa. She has certain abilities of leadership and is just very smart at finding, various things. This is Otto. He's the first officer. He has a lot of armor and a very large gun named Vera, which some of you may recognize. And the rest of them are general minion pirates, and they're just stealthy, run in. They have sort of a special ability to be able to try to avoid combat and rush in and try to find just, various sundry items. These are the Dark Agents. They want to hide any evidence that aliens ever existed, so therefore they get points based on destroying artifacts, finding them and then destroying them. Some of you who read the book may not recognize these guys. It's actually because they're from upcoming short stories and novels. Anyway, so here is Alpha 9. The idea of these guys is that they give up their own identities to join this cult or group or whatever you want to call it. And they go up the ladder of Delta, Beta, Alpha, that sort of thing. Alpha is the top, so Alpha 9 is like ninth from the top of the Dark Agents. He has an eyepiece there that allows him to be able to see all kinds of things, utilizing it. He also uses a mono whip, which basically cuts right through armor and is generally very severe, but he has no ranged weapon. Over here, this one actually is from the first book. It is the Clockwork Man, and he's basically got such strong armor, people can't, very few weapons in this game can get through it. You almost need one of the alien artifacts that the characters find in order to get through it. He also does not have any ranged weapons, but he's very fast and has some blades. He's probably the toughest unit in this game. And then there are the Dark Agents, who are just basically a bunch of agents running around with pistols. These are three heroes from the book, and in this game they are going to be the hero group because they have no minions. In the game you typically choose either a hero or 5 minions. As you notice in the others, you had 2 heroes and 5 minions. In this one you just have 3 heroes. They are Jude, who is like this corporate spy kind of woman, and she has like all these cybernetics all through her, including the ability to shoot shots out of the sky that are coming at her. That's Little Jack. He has a similar ability, although no cybernetics. He has these glasses that allow him to do a lot of things, including seeing shots coming. He's not quite as good as that as Jude, but he has certain other abilities, like for instance he's very stealthy, that sort of thing. And Lancaster James, who is the main hero of the storyline. He normally comes with a hat. He's missing it at the moment, but you'll see him having one in the game. He apparently is very good at identifying artifacts, and that's kind of his whole thing in the whole series, is he's looking for these alien artifacts all throughout the galaxy.
Now in this game, there are various artifacts scattered throughout the board. Figures that come within a certain distance of them can roll their intelligence, and if they pass, they get the artifact and can use it. As I said earlier, the pirates want to steal everything, the Dark Agents want to destroy all of the artifacts, and Lancaster and his group want to take them back and research them. And it looks like the characters are already in motion. From the Dark Agent side, the Clockwork Man, backed up by Alpha 9, are going after an artifact. Lancaster, Little Jack, and Jude have meanwhile gotten to the steps to the castle that's in the center. The pirate captain goes after an artifact all on her own, while her crew takes cover in the woods. The Clockwork Man has gotten to the artifact, but he can't figure out what it is. Alpha 9 is trying to rush up to him, but he trips along the way. The same sort of thing is happening to the heroes, with Little Jack and Jude both tripping. Lancaster's the only one still on his feet. Little Jack and Jude get back up and shoot at Alpha 9, shaking him and doing some of the wounds. The pirate crew goes to a statue and finds a medical kit inside. The captain, meanwhile, can't seem to figure out what her artifact is. After an exhaustive search, the Dark Agents uncover a slew of alien creatures that come out and attack them. Alpha 9 and the Clockwork Man abandon one artifact and get into the woods to get away from that fire that's coming after them. The main characters, meanwhile, sneak into the castle. Jude and Little Jack set up for cover, while Lancaster goes inside. The pirate crew is all going to the captain, leaving Otto behind to fight anybody who comes at them. The Dark Agents take cover in the ruins and fire out at the alien creatures. And Lancaster discovers a horde of zombies inside of the castle. They attack everyone, and Little Jack is turned. He is turned into a mindless zombie. He has suddenly become Zombie Jack. And he is shot down by Otto of the pirates. The zombies horde around Lancaster, doing a bunch of wounds. When they go in for the kill, they swipe off his hat. He's lost his hat, but he's still alive. It's a character special rule, so once per game, instead of taking wounds, he can lose his hat. Alright, so here's the overall table. Over on the right, the Dark Agents are dealing with aliens charging at them. No wonder they want to destroy everything that ever belonged to aliens. Up on the top to the left, the pirates are running around trying to find any artifacts they can, since that's what they get victory points on, but they just can't seem to figure out what they are. Otto's standing in the middle, now picking off zombies that have been awoken by the heroes there in the center. Zombie Jack is meanwhile lying dead right there in the center. The Dark Agents have taken down all but one of the creatures. Lancaster, who can't get out the front exit, is now trying to climb over the wall to get out that way. Alpha 9, who can't take any more wounds, has run over to the other woods and dove inside of them. The pirates were there earlier, but now they're over by the cave entrance. They have found the artifact, and it's cursed! They have a curse upon them, so problems will be following them everywhere they go. The Clockwork Man, who we kinda lost touch with, is running up the rocky surface, going there to attack zombies and heroes alike, but he is being shot by Otto from the side, which is not getting through his armor, but it's slowing him down. The pirates are running towards more artifacts, and the woods next to them on the hill have spontaneously caught on fire. It's part of their curse. 2 of them succumb to the smoke. They're going down left and right. Oh, the humanity! A few of them get through the gambit, and Captain Shasa is following up behind them. The Dark Agents, meanwhile, have finished off the aliens and are creeping through the ruins. And the zombies continue to swarm around Jude, who's trying to cover Lancaster as he continues to try to climb out the other side, but he can't quite get down. The Clockwork Man, who wants to kick ass, keeps getting hit by Otto from the side, thus slowing him down. The Dark Agents find 2 artifacts in the ruins, and they destroy both of them. They're really racking up the points here, and will probably win this game since the pirates seem to have no luck. And Lancaster and Jude are just being swarmed by those zombies. However, they might be able to fight their way out of that. But even if they do, they have the Clockwork Man to contend with right there, and he is a nasty character to deal with. Let's take a look at the overall picture here so we can see what's going on. The pirates have made a big long semicircle, have come all the way around the board to these ruins right here. The Dark Agents, meanwhile, have pushed up to these ruins and are really close for them. Watch for a little fight going on there. In the center, the zombies have just been going up to the heroes and they've been knocking them down, while the Clockwork Man is rushed in there and is just slicing them up from behind. Lancaster has managed to jump down from the wall and is trying to get away, while Jude is meanwhile trying to cover him by fighting the Clockwork Man. These are the 2 strongest units on the board. Otto, meanwhile, is standing there calmly and shooting down zombies. They are tumbling down the edges. The pirates, meanwhile, are taking some pot shots at Lancaster as he comes towards them. The pirates and the Dark Agents are trading shots with each other. The Dark Agents have rushed out to the field where they're trying to pick up an artifact, but one of them is shot down by the pirates. Lancaster tries to make his getaway through the flames, but he trips. He is inside the field, on fire. He's down to 1 wound left, and may just not be able to make it out of here. The Clockwork Man has disengaged Jude and has run after him, but Jude has used her cybernetic legs to keep up with him. She's trying to get a lucky shot on the Clockwork Man, or at least distract him. The pirates, meanwhile, are firing into the melee, trying to hit anybody they possibly can. Jude is shooting some of the shots that are coming at her straight out of the air. The pirates have split their fire, and 1 or 2 of them have still shot at the Dark Agents, taking out 1 more. The surviving Dark Agent has jumped behind the line of trees to get away from the fire. Alpha 9 has finally gotten to the artifact way on the other end. This was the artifact that Shasa was trying to look at the beginning of the game, and now even he can't figure out what it is. That must be one mysterious artifact. Otto, meanwhile, finishes off the zombies, heroically showing himself as master of the Walking Dead. Jude finally gets a lucky enough shot that she distracts the Clockwork Man. He turns on her. His blades go flying into her. She's shaken, takes 3 wounds. She has 1 left. The pirates, meanwhile, have fired into the melee, and they do a little bit of damage to the Clockwork Man, but not enough. Lancaster, meanwhile, has gotten back up, rushed through those flames. Even though he is shaken, he's not dead. He's running off this table. He's managed to make it out with whatever artifact was inside of that castle. And with that, that'll do it for us here at Game Empire with the Relic Worlds game. And the first Relic Worlds book, entitled Lancaster James and the Search for the Promised World, is available now on all e-readers and on paperback on Amazon. You can also see more about it at www.relicworlds.com. How's that for a shameless plug? Hope you all enjoyed it, and happy gaming, everybody!